At the party, my wife joked, "If I ever had the chance, I'd marry my ex." Her face dropped the moment the words left her lips, and I calmly whispered, "Tomorrow, you'll get that chance." The moment she said it, the room seemed to freeze. Her casual laughter, the way she tilted her head while sipping her wine, everything screamed normal, but her words were anything but. "If I ever had the chance, I'd marry my ex." I heard it clearly, every syllable cutting deeper than any knife I'd ever felt. Her friends laughed along, oblivious to the storm brewing behind my eyes. I smiled, calm, almost too calm, leaning closer to her as if nothing had happened. "Tomorrow," I whispered softly, my voice carrying a weight that made her spine stiffen, "you'll get to see what that chance really feels like." She froze. That fleeting moment of fear that crossed her face made my heart sink and burn at the same time. How could someone you loved say such a thing so casually? And yet, beneath her fear, I sensed relief. She thought I would confront her immediately, yell, maybe even embarrass her in front of everyone. But I didn't. I let the words linger in the air, heavy and suffocating, as I walked away, letting the party continue around us, oblivious to the silent war that had just begun. That night, sleep refused to visit me. I replayed her words over and over, analyzing her tone, her smirk, her fleeting hesitation. There was something she wasn't saying, something hidden behind her casual joke, and I was determined to find it. I opened her phone that night when she thought I was asleep. Messages, flirty whispers, pictures that never made it to our shared albums. They were there. Her ex. Not just in memory, but in plans. Plans she hadn't bothered to hide. The next morning, I told her I had an important meeting. She left, smiling as if nothing had happened. But I didn't follow her immediately. I waited, watching, planning. The thrill of suspense, the dread of confrontation, it mingled with heartbreak so sharp it almost felt physical. And then, just as she thought she was safe, I acted. A taxi, a familiar address, a friend I trusted to watch discreetly. I was ready. She arrived at a small cafe by the riverside, the one she had mentioned to no one. And there he was. Her ex laughing, leaning close to her, touching her hand just a fraction longer than appropriate. She looked around, not knowing I was already across the street, hidden behind the shadows, watching everything unfold through binoculars. Every laugh, every brush of fingers, every tilt of her head to show him her smile. It was unbearable. And yet, I couldn't look away. The suspense, the betrayal, the heartbreak, it was all intoxicating in its own cruel way. I sent her a message from an unknown number. "Enjoy your chance today. I hope it's everything you wanted." Her phone buzzed, she glanced down, and I saw the micro-expression. Fear, panic, guilt, all swirling in her eyes. She turned abruptly, trying to call me, but the phone didn't belong to her for long. I had set it up to forward to me, so every frantic word, every half-hearted apology she tried to send, landed directly in my inbox. The power, the control, it felt euphoric. But the heartbreak was real, cutting through me as sharply as it cut her. When she finally realized I had known all along, all the casual lies, all the hidden plans, all the stolen glances, it was too late. I waited until she returned home that evening, walking into the apartment as if nothing had happened. Her expression shifted the second she saw me. Not anger, not relief, but dread. And that, more than anything, told me she understood the full weight of her words from last night. I didn't scream. I didn't throw things. I walked calmly toward her, holding nothing but the envelope I had prepared earlier. A detailed account of everything I had discovered. Messages, receipts, locations, and the timeline of her deceit. I placed it gently on the table, my hand steady, my breathing even. "Read it," I said softly. "Tomorrow, you'll finally understand what that chance feels like. Not as a joke, not as a memory, but as reality." She sank into the chair, face pale, eyes wide. Her voice trembled. I can explain." I shook my head, faint smile touching my lips, not with warmth, but with the icy calm of someone who had already won a game no one else knew they were playing. "No explanations needed. You chose your chance. Now live it." I left her there, the envelope between her hands trembling, the room heavy with silence, her heartbreak palpable. I walked out calmly, each step deliberate, each heartbeat echoing with the bitter satisfaction of justice, and the agony of love betrayed. Outside, I let the night swallow me, leaving her with nothing but the truth, the choices she had made, and the echo of my whisper that had haunted her. Tomorrow, you'll get to see what that chance really feels like. By the next morning, she had read every single word. Her world had shifted in hours, the facade she carried for years crumbling into dust. And as I watched from afar, the heartbreak I had carried silently for days finally found its echo in her eyes. The suspense, the betrayal, the cold, unrelenting truth, it had all come together perfectly. And I realized, as much as it hurt me, that sometimes letting the person feel the full weight of their own words is the only justice heartbreak can deliver.